Hello everybody, this is That Shy Guy Matt, and today I'm watching Beetlejuice 2, aka Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. So, I've seen the first Beetlejuice before. Probably seen it 4, 5, 6 times maybe. I do enjoy it a lot more as I got older. I enjoyed it than I did when I was younger, because some things went over my head. I still never understood how the couple in it died from a car falling off a tiny bridge. And they weren't able to escape somehow. But you don't question it because it's just, it's not really the point. So I don't think I've seen the trailer for this movie. Yeah, I don't believe I did. But I do know the girl from Wednesday is in it, Jenny Ortega. And I know that, obviously, I forgot his name, is reprising his role as Beetlejuice. And I know the original girl is in it. Winona Ryder? No, not Winona Ryder. I forgot her name. But yeah, I know she's back in this. So I'm curious how the story is going to continue. I think I've seen like 2 or 3 reviews and they were mixed on it. So I'm not really surprised at this point with Hollywood just making sequels to things that aren't really needed. I definitely look forward to a second Beetlejuice, but yeah, I'm not sure what it's even going to be about, or if it's just going to be a rehashed version of the first one. But I do like Tim Burton, so I'm looking forward to the effects and see how much they've improved when they're in the world of the dead. There's just some really amazing effects, at least for back in the day, in the 80s, the first one. This will be up on Patreon, a full watch-along that is, so you will need your own copy. But at least you could see my full reaction to this. And if you like what you see here, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm on my road to 500 subs. Just passed my 400 mark this week. And I think that's about all. So yeah, let's just hop right into Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. A silver Warner Brothers logo. Probably going to be a lot of music to cut out if they're going to do any, like, song or dance numbers again. Tim Burton. Wonder if obviously the same guy's doing the music. Is it Danny Elfman? I'm not sure. Winona Ryder. Okay, I was right. Catherine O'Hara's back in it again? Okay. Justin Theroux, don't know who that is. Monica Bellucci. Okay. I'm guessing the husband isn't in this, that took over the house with the wife, because I know that guy was a convicted person who loved kids. So yeah, pretty sure he didn't get invited back. There we go. Same bridge. Danny Elfman, okay. I really love musicians in movies. Like Danny Elfman, because the movie's going, I can't think straight. The guy that did the Dune music, Interstellar. He's my favorite musician of all, I think. Hans Zimmer. I think Danny Elfman did the Spider-Man movies, right? Not the MCU Spider-Mans, the other Spider-Mans from like the 90s.
The living, the dead. Can they coexist? And welcome to Ghost House. And we're going to hear about how their dream home became a ghost house. Nothing could have prepared me for what I encountered when I visited the Welch farm. Are you ready to hear about your paranormal visitors?
Bring it on.
Don't worry, I'll be right behind you.
Let's take a break. Lydia Dietz, ladies and gentlemen.
So does she talk with the dead? I'm assuming she still has the book, right? Guide to Being Dead.
Mr. Big Shot Magician wouldn't listen.
Can you give it a rest, Nadia? I'm having a really day.
Okay, yep.
Because when you're feeling like this, it just makes me feel what you're feeling. So in a weird way, it's like when you're hurting, it's hurting me. I don't know. No. You don't need these.
Just to get through today.
And I'm pretty sure it's illegal to dump somebody else's pills.
But this is the last time that I ever dig pills out of a trash can for you.
Who's texting me?
Just got texting diarrhea.
Well, Beetlejuice is unsummoned, right? So, I wonder why she's seeing him. So where is this? New York?
Yes, I am my art.
She's still doing art. Okay.
What happened to Dad?
Your father's left me.
He's divorcing you?
What a horrible thought. No, he's dead.
It's a good way to get him out of the series. Say he died.
When his plane went down in the South Pacific.
Shark?
Shark jumped out of the water and got him. Just like
I'm surprised the guy didn't sue them for showing his likeness in the movie. Is he still alive? I don't even know. I mean, technically, they didn't even have to show him.
Bonne journée à jamais.
Oh, so he is still alive. Okay. 78 years old. I was looking away. I can't believe it. Did the guy just get killed? Yep, that's him. Okay.
Down the hall, second door on the right.
Is it Danny DeVito? Sounds like him. Yeah, that's DeVito. That voice, that body. Good makeup job for him. Looks cool. Was this like, kind of looks like one of the Dahlia murder victims. I don't know, nothing was done to their face, though. Their head. This is Bellucci, right? I recognize her from The Matrix. She gonna be a villain?
where is Beetlejuice?
I mean, the first one didn't really have a villain, per se. Just the people trying to take over the house. So does she play a daughter of Dietz? Or just someone who happens to be another goth?
When you're all in your third kid and second divorce, we'll see who gets the last laugh.
It's Astrid. Please don't leave a message.
Won't pick up.
Maybe I should tell Astrid about Charles, having just lost my own grandfather.
You did? When?
It's 40 years ago. But in my child body, that's yesterday.
Yeah.
Astrid! Stop torturing your mother. Mummy's lost her daddy. You've lost your grandpa. And I've lost my horny handyman. Oh, Charles!
So the schools. She goes to a school that's named after her family. Interesting.
Oh, I guess when you donate an entire art center, the principal becomes your little puppet on a string.
What? No.
Okay, can you stop being a freak for like 1 second?
So far, the movie's a little bit less interesting than I was hoping it would be. I mean, I was hoping it would be actually interesting, but it's kind of just like bland so far.
Jesus, Bob. You know, Bob, long-distance relationships can be difficult, especially when one of you is dead and the other's ignoring it for 30 years.
Please hold. How much for a premium bioexorcism?
Okay, so that was him.
Où je suis? Where am I?
Take a number, take a seat.
Wolf Jackson, Afterlife.
Ah. Cool.
Your name came up on this case I'm investigating.
Seen that chick before in my life, or afterlife.
She's out for revenge.
And kind of hard to kill a dead guy.
This gal can. She's a soul sucker.
Ex-lover? Great funeral song. Oh, that guy too.
And soar over the fields of Elysium to the glory that is thine.
What?
I haven't been to a funeral since Dad's.
If you want to talk to that therapist again,
There you go again. You just sidestep every possible conversation about him. I still don't understand why you can't see him.
Oh, okay.
You can apparently see any random ghost for your TV show, but the one ghost that actually matters to me, you can't see at all.
I wonder how that works.
We are close!
I'm sorry to bother you. My name's Charles Dietz. Feeling a little lightheaded.
Why would the dead just be waking up down here if he died like a few days earlier? The grandfather, I mean. So why does she absorb souls?
When was the juice ever tied down?
Te lo dirò. Un'epoca dimenticata, avvolta dalla morte e dalla peste.
Speaking Latin? Or actually sounds Italian. Umbre.
Il suo nome, Dolores. La cerimonia era tradizionale, nascondeva un segreto inquietante alla leader di una setta mortifera che la mia vita.
Così? I think it's Italian. So Beetlejuice is really old. Hundreds of years old? Interesting. I guess we don't really learn about him, do we? Not even sure why we call him Beetlejuice when looks like it's spelled Beetlejuice.
I wrote a poem for your grandpa.
Oh, did you? How does it go?
It's
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she's a delusional fantasist. You just exploit her, and if she wants to allow that to happen...
Honest. Catherine O'Hara looks great. How does she? Early 70s too, right?
Why is your house covered in black fabric?
It's a mourning shroud.
Thanks to you, Lydia. Everyone wants a piece of the original ghost house.
Only gullible people believe that kind of crap. Unless you're trying to pay the bills, right, Mom?
I am going to tear a page out of Charles Dietz's book.
Will you marry me?
Will you marry me on Halloween?
We're seriously doing this at Charles'
That's what I was
wake?
gonna say. It's kind of weird.
I want to spend the rest of my life with you, Lydia. And you, Delia. And you.
Okay, I guess.
So much of this feels kind of forced and unfunny. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be feeling. Kind of like losing interest. I imagine it'll get better once Beetlejuice shows up or something. So if his ex-wife is alive again, well, so to speak, what does it have to do with the land of the living, I wonder? Or is she gonna get drawn into it? Jenny Ortega's character? He'll need her help, maybe? I always wonder where this takes place. Like, Maine? Maryland, maybe? Connecticut? Seems like the Northeast.
Pain and suffering are always inevitable.
I can't believe you're quoting Dostoevsky.
That old house on the hill.
Is your mom Lydia Dietz?
I only believe in things that I could see. No science. Facts.
Well, listen, I'll be here tomorrow if you want to break from the insanity.
Some of these characters, like when she's walking around and there's a skeleton and the biohazard guy, they all feel like they're just kind of pushed in to just kind of force it on you, like, haha, aren't these cool? And isn't this funny? I don't know, it just feels off.
A little higher, boys. We can't let Dolores get through that door.
Now's my chance.
What awful thing did Grandpa ever do to you?
He bought this house.
Did he? I thought she wanted the house in the movie. Maybe I remember it wrong, but I'm pretty sure she wanted it, right? Because there was a bunch of space for her art. I haven't watched it in like 6 years.
Adam and Barbara Maitland. They're not here anymore. We found a loophole and they moved on.
Oh, really? Okay. So they're not in this. I was going to ask what happened to them. Maybe they weren't available just to film the movie. Attic looks different than the original. I'm sure it's the same set, but I don't know. It seems different for some reason.
No, that belonged to the Maitlands.
Wonder why they kept the model around.
I was working on my unresolved feelings and...
Was she their daughter? I don't know why it's so hard to concentrate when you do movies like this, reactions. Until I started doing reactions, I had seen other people react to things, and I never understood why they seem to have brain fog when they watch things and they're trying to talk. But now I understand why. Because it's hard to focus and think of what happened in something else and realize you still have a camera on you. You can't think straight.
Mom, I'm just gonna be upstairs with a friend.
Okay, have fun.
Hey, Dad. He lives in that room.
Handbook for the recently deceased.
Yeah, I got that at a yard sale in town.
You know, I at least would have liked to have gotten the chance to say goodbye.
But can your mom, I don't know, like, contact him, or?
She claims she can't even see him.
Why not?
Because she's a fraud.
I want you out of my life! Do you hear me?
When I was a teenager, a trickster demon terrorized my entire family and tried to force me to marry him. He's not a construct. He is literally a demon.
I don't get it. If she...
Beetlejuice.
If she could see the dead, how come he doesn't believe her? Hopefully this guy gets killed, because he's annoying.
Beetlejuice.
Fill your guts, okay? Who wants to go first? Scram, kid. Harsh, come here.
Home, home, home!
Is that how that works? She says stay home, home, home? I just thought she had to say his name 3 times to make him go away.
Wherever you go.
Nice.
They've been defanged. Guaranteed harmless. And they're for me.
He's here in the model. I saw him. Rory saw him too, but he thinks it's a dream. How did you have time to meet a boy?
You had time to get married.
Who's this boy's family gonna be, I wonder? Because they didn't show their faces. Or just to save on paying more cast.
All right, his dad just got into an accident at work and they're going through a rough patch.
Have fun, and I'll pick you up at 10 o'clock.
Why'd she have a bag of groceries? Or is it trick-or-treating candy? Sounds like an electric car. Was it an electric car advertisement? That Shy Guy Matt here, inviting you to join my Patreon page, where you can get access to full-length watch-alongs that are unedited, and other content. And now, back to the show.
I brought some candy. A lot.
Rather stay up here with you. Don't you know?
I'm dead.
You're a ghost.
I slipped and fell.
Okay.
For 23 years, I can't go any further than that tree.
Wait a second. When she came in the house the first time, the parents acknowledged him saying he was bringing somebody upstairs. So his parents could see him still? And her mom could see him. Well, her mom could see dead people in general, so.
That I'd found a way to come back. It's all in this book.
Okay, that's why he had the book.
But I'll give you one reason to help me. You get to see your dad.
Is he using her? I mean, obviously he's using her to come alive again, but...
You'll never guess what the girls came up with. Fruit salad. Isn't that genius? Sell a murder house. It would be a feather in my cap. Which house? 125. That's where I dropped Astrid off. Oh no, it can't be him. 23 years ago, he murdered his parents.
Okay.
When they tried to get him out, he fell, broke his neck, died instantly.
Yeah, well, at least they answered it, and it wasn't a plot hole.
What do? We just walk through?
I can, but since you're still alive, you have to read that incantation first.
His parents have, like, shot faces? Is that why they didn't show him before? Yep.
Astrid! Merry Christmas.
Oh, dude.
Poor hot dog guy's still there.
I, your surviving queen, proudly take up the mantle of your...
Okay. Well, guess she's gonna be joining him. I thought the snakes were defanged. I guess not.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice!
The juice is loose. Your daughter's screwed. She decided to trade lives with a boy. He gets to come back while she's stuck on the other side permanently. It's a quid pro quo.
Of course there is. What do you want?
Really,
You want me to marry you?
I thought you'd never ask. I swear on my dead mother's soul. Oh, days. I'm gonna make you so happy. Bob, you and the boys stand guard. Nobody gets through.
Makes sense. Going to escape into the real world.
I need a hard target search for 2 suspects. This is what you've been training your entire deaths for.
Excuse me. What if a mistake's been made? I have global entry. Is there a line for that?
Okay, so her husband already went past the line.
Whoa!
Ow. Feels strange.
I feel amazing. You agreed to swap your life for mine.
She's got a seat on the soul train.
So he got eaten by piranhas. Gotcha.
We'll go to the little boy's room first.
Fate 835 to the great beyond. The Soul Train.
I get the reference, even though this is really weird.
Astrid! By the way, I saw Dad. Hey, where are we? I don't know.
She doesn't recognize the area?
We made a great kid.
Yeah, we did.
I know you can't see me, but I check in on you both all the time. You can't leave until Astrid gets her life back.
Poor Bob.
Not. Where's Beetlejuice?
I'm not dead! Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
Right here.
Ow!
Just after you help me find my runaway bride.
No, not Bob. Rip Bob. Well, permanently rip Bob.
Don't snap that passport!
I think it was Dostoevsky who said, "Later, fucker."
Take care of each other.
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
I'm so sorry I never believed that you saw ghosts, and I'm just sorry for all of it.
My God, my wedding!
And I am back. Had to take a phone call.
All that matters is that I'm here now, so let's just skip straight to the vows.
Yeah. Right here.
From my dream.
I'm really more nightmare material. The deal she made to save you. By the way, you can call me Dad. So I'm gonna suggest some drug therapy. Don't be afraid to share.
I never believed in ghosts, spirits, or any of it. Money! I knew I could make more as your husband than I could as your manager. Just went to that survivor's retreat so that I could meet weak women and exploit them. And I hit the codependent lottery when I met you.
A little physical therapy. But right now, would like a little privacy.
And sucked into their phones? Sweet. That was pretty cool, I gotta admit.
I've got one more surprise. This one's from the heart.
Spring was never waiting for us, girl. Between the parted pages.
I didn't know this was the original song. I heard Weird Al do a parody of this with Jurassic Park.
MacArthur's Park is melting in the dark.
Interesting.
Someone left the cake out in the rain. I recall the yellow cotton dress on the ground around your knee. And the old man playing checkers. That I can take it, cause it took so long to bake it.
I love a good dream sequence.
You catch me looking at the sun.
You violated code 699.
Beetlejuice!
Yeah, Totally forgot about her.
You look so put together. Somebody really sees you. For instance.
Peor boda de la historia, ¿eh?
I don't think she's dead.
You violated Code 699. Yeah, you illegally brought my mom into the afterlife. According to that book, that contract is null and void.
Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
Should have got married in Vegas.
I'm assuming he's not dead. He just disappeared as always.
Sister, you're coming with me.
What? Delia, what did you do? I'm counting on you to claim a refund.
Those snakes were actually poisonous, weren't they?
Yeah.
Her husband's gonna show up now, right?
Nice work for a couple of flesh bags. Don't come knocking until it's your time.
So they're actually at the actual church. For some reason, I thought they were in the model church, but it's the whole town. So whatever.
Charles!
Delia! I'm so happy to see you.
Oh, Charles.
All aboard the Soul Train.
But this is my last show. Time I started living.
Well, that was quick and sudden. This is a dream sequence. Is it gonna look like Beetlejuice? Seems too perfect.
Oh my God, what is that?
Yep, I knew it. Okay, seemed like too weird of an ending.
I just had the weirdest dream.
That was Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. I'm not sure how to feel about it. The ending was weird. I'm not quite sure what the ending even meant. That was so abrupt. So she was just dreaming that she was with Beetlejuice. So it was just put in there just for the heck of it, I guess. A lot of the comedy in this kind of just fell flat. Or maybe I just didn't get it. Almost like it was too, like they were kind of trying to force jokes on you. Or trying to make it feel humorous, but it didn't do anything. It was just so flat feeling. And some of the cameos felt kind of forced also. Like, normally it's cool to have cameos, especially with Beetlejuice. The mother, whose husband died from the shark bite, her role in this just felt really silly, and it didn't even feel funny. It was just like, okay, I guess she's in this just being goofy. The only performances I really liked in this were Jenny Ortega's performances were, for the most part, pretty good. And Winona Ryder's performance was good. And of course, Beetlejuice. Yeah, I don't know, this movie just didn't feel right. It had a few funny moments, but as you could tell by my reaction, when I edit this, there's not going to be a lot of me reacting because I just either the humorous moments didn't feel funny, or I just was kind of bored or disinterested because it kind of felt like it was all over the place and there was too many plot lines going on at once that didn't need to be there. Like if it had just focused on, let's say, Beetlejuice and Winona Ryder and Jenny Ortega somehow, those three, that perhaps would have fit better with this introduction to whatever. I don't know. It just felt messy. And I do know that this movie has been in development for decades, so to speak, and it didn't actually start getting produced until 2023, right? 2022, I think. So I feel like they've had all these years and decades, and they just haven't really. They couldn't come up with a good script, and this is just kind of what we got. It's definitely not the worst sequel I've seen to something, but this is definitely a movie I don't want to see again. This was really just kind of disappointing. Like when we were introduced to Monica Bellucci as Beetlejuice's ex, at first I was kind of like, well, this is kind of silly, but okay, whatever. She'll be a villain. But then we don't even really do much with her. And then she just appears again at the end, and it's like, and then she instantly gets killed. It's like, okay, I don't get it. Yeah, there was just too many threads going in different directions, and it was disjointed, and I just didn't really feel much I feel bad saying it was terrible, but it wasn't good. Now, is it better than like the Borderlands movie? Heck yeah. That movie was just total trash. I'm just bringing that up in terms of bad movies I've seen recently, but this just could have been better. Or better yet, just left the series alone just with the one movie, because it was perfect, it was wrapped up at the end, and they had to explain so many different things, from different actors not being there to maybe different actors not wanting to come back. So yeah, yeah, I don't know. But I'm gonna look it up while I'm here with you guys. So I got a 7 out of 10 rating. Oh man, that's tough. I don't think it's a 7 out of 10 for me. Maybe like a 5.5 out of 10. What I did like, aside from, like I said, Jenny Ortega, Winona Ryder, and Beetlejuice, what I did like was I'd like seeing Tim Burton's more of his fantasy stuff. That was pretty cool, like the scene at the end where they all get sucked into their phones. But some of the stuff he did for effects, it just felt like it was forced. Just because, hey, like, ooh, I really want to do this one effect where, like, a skeleton talks, even though it looks really bad, and then the jaw falls off and it screams. It's like, okay, Tim, that was cute, I guess. He didn't write the story. So yeah, a lot of the effects didn't even do much. They were just kind of like there just to be like, hey, here's an effect we're gonna do with a dead person, and it's like, ha ha ha, funny. I do think if I had seen the trailer for this, I probably would have been not as excited. Again, I may have seen the trailer and it's on the channel and I don't even remember, which, going by this movie, that's probably why I don't remember, because the trailer was probably bad. I probably would have got an obvious hint that this wasn't going to be good. So I just came across a review, one of the top reviews, and gave it a 6 out of 10, and they nailed what I was trying to say. I'll just read what it says briefly. What I really found interesting was that for years, Burton and Keaton steadfastly refused to engage in a sequel unless the story was right. Then for this to be the one that they progressed with, which feels more like a bundled idea of ideas gaffer taped together more than an actual story. There are 4 main plots, 2 of which could have been exercised, pun intended, partially or even completely without making much of a difference. It also was a bit too enamored with recreating moments from the original, such as 2 gags that are slight variations on the previous ones, and another one's song and dance possession scene, which is a strong moment, but again, just a remix of the first film. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much how I'm so tongue-tied. That's pretty accurate to how I feel, really. There's just multiple things put together, and they're just like, you know what, this is the best script we're gonna get, let's run with it, and it's gonna do great. And it was just a mess. Maybe I'm just being too grumpy about it, saying that it's only a 5 out of 10. That's just me. If you liked it or you rate it higher, that's cool too. And just like I'm sure there are people who gave it a 1 out of 10 for some absurd reason. It's not that bad. But for me, the movie just felt like it kept dragging on, and I was getting so lost by all the plot lines going on, who did what, and like, you know, the kid tricking the daughter into coming there so he could live. That just, he gets killed, and that, I guess it's just the end of that plot line. It's like, so much was going on, and yet at the same time it was so boring. So I don't know if they're going to make a third Beetlejuice. I sure hope not, because if it takes another 30 years to get one, and the script is probably going to be just as bad. Is this the worst movie ever? No. But I'm really disappointed with it as a sequel to Beetlejuice. This is kind of just watchable and forgettable, sadly. I kind of like the end scene with the possession where they're all singing the song. Is it Jackson Park? I kind of like that. It was nice and it was funny. And it was a nice callback, but it kind of went on for too long, and it was like, wasn't Beetlejuice just there to get married? I don't know, whatever. I'm going on a long rant. I know that's why you watch this, though, for people's reactions and what they think of it. Yeah, I don't know what else I could really say, just other than I'm disappointed. If you want to see my full reaction up on Patreon, it'll be there right after this gets uploaded. You could watch me watching it. Maybe you'll catch more nuanced moments of my facial expression when I'm seeing some things that I like or dislike. So if you like what you see here, if you like my reaction, give it a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. And with all that said, this has been That Shy Guy Matt, and I thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.